By the time the Rooke home receives its first occupants, the building will be some 2 years overdue. But whether it will remain a home for the elderly is still not clear. The government first announced its plans to build a residential care home for the elderly at Rooke in April 2020, which it said could eventually replace Mount Alvernia. The new home would have 170 rooms, and residents of Mount Alvernia were given the option to move there, but few expressed a desire to do so. The project was part of Minister Sejobosano's National Economic Plan, using modular prefabricated units shipped in from China for the construction. This pilot scheme was said to be more cost-effective and would also mitigate potential post-Brexit related disruptions. The construction itself was undertaken by GBIC Limited, a joint venture between the government and a Chinese company. In January 2023, over 200 containers with the units arrived at the dockyard, and they were soon assembled. However, the project has been plagued with problems. The original completion date in mid-2023 came and went, with the government declining to provide a completion date, saying the building is privately owned and will be privately operated. But delays to the supply of non-modular parts persisted. Meanwhile, the construction costs soared to £38 million. Sejobosano told Parliament that £2 million had originally been allocated for the building by the Gibraltar Savings Bank. Approximately £20 million was then spent on importing modular units from China, and the remaining £16 million covered local construction works involving around 20 different companies. Sejo admitted the combined building had proven to be far more difficult to deliver than had originally been thought. In answer to GBC questions, the government says there are ongoing discussions between the current owners and a potential purchaser, but that this is subject to commercial confidentiality. Meanwhile, the building remains unoccupied.